A lot of the clients that I get that come into my practice, they come to me and they say, JC, how do I get a beautiful woman who's submissive, compliant, friendly, she doesn't give me headaches? And then they add this extra line at the bottom. This is the line that they say to me. They say, and she's a ride or die chick. Okay. Let's define what ride or die chick means. Ride or die chick means the girl who's essentially going to stick with you no matter what. It's a form of unconditional love. Most men that I meet, it's probably somewhere around 98%, would say that the woman that they would like to marry is a ride or die chick. A woman who is going to be with him no matter what. Whether he's the billionaire or the guy flipping burgers at McDonald's. That is the ultimate dream that men have been sold in this society. I don't know where we got it from, to be honest. I think a lot of men, a lot of women are probably aware of the woman's ideal Disney dream, which is woman wants the guy with lots of options who ultimately says, forget all those options. I want to be with just you. You're special enough that I don't even see any other girl. That man is high caliber. He's liked by other women. He's rich. He's handsome. He's tall. He's everything a woman wants. And he's like, you know what? I don't want any of these women. I have all the options in the world, but I choose you because you're special. That is the female Disney dream, right? And there are podcasts that talk about that. And that is what women are ultimately chasing. Men are chasing the ride or die chick. They are chasing the woman that is going to be with them no matter what. Because it provides a man that security. The security that says, she loves me for who I am. She accepts me for who I am. She doesn't need my money or resources or anything, really, to be with me. She loves me for who I am. We need to wake up, people. The ride or die chick is a fantasy. It's a fantasy that most men actually buy because they are desperate or they've been told this lie enough that they actually believe that a woman will stay with them under any condition. This is not reality. From personal experience, I might have met women who unconditionally cared about me. Unconditionally, you might even say the word loved me. But what I can say definitively is that there is no woman that I have ever met in my entire life who will unconditionally stay with me, no matter what. That is what men need to learn. They need to learn that that doesn't exist. That is the Disney dream you have been sold. Now, that's not to say that there aren't women out there who aren't loyal. I do believe there are loyal women out there. I do believe there are women who will stick with you through hard times. Absolutely. I believe that wholeheartedly. What I don't believe is that under any condition, a woman will stay with you in a relationship. Why? Because a relationship is a contract. It is, I am providing you these things, these services, these needs satisfied in exchange for the same thing. It's a contract. It's binding. Now, if one party isn't providing their share of the bargain, their half of the contract, then the contract is broken. So many men that I meet who are in relationships or who have recently been broken up with will come to me and they say, JC, but my girlfriend said she loved me. She said she would never leave me. And I believed her. And I say, well, why did you believe her? And they're like, because she said it. I'm like, okay. Did she break up with you? Yeah, she did. Cool. Did she mean it? No. Cool. What did you learn? Yeah. The reality is that women will say certain things that they actually believe in that moment. We've all said things that we believed at a certain time. And you might actually feel that way. You might actually tell somebody, I love you. And you might actually feel that way in that moment when you said it. But then later, you might not feel that way about that person anymore. A lot of guys think too logically about this. They think that when a person says one thing, that they mean it all the time. Men are desperate to keep a woman. They are desperate to stay in a relationship with a woman under any circumstances. Men actually believe that women are willing to stay with them under any conditions. The reason why this is a problem is because it's not true. Because when you look back at your life, if you're a man and you look back at your life, if any girl's ever broken up with you, she has said certain things that obviously she didn't follow through on. So what you need to take away from that is learn that there are conditions for relationships. There are conditions under which a woman will stay with you. And as long as you're meeting those conditions, then she will stay with you. But once you stop meeting those conditions, then there's a good chance she is going to look elsewhere. She might cheat. She might break up with you. She might even go on break with you. What that should signal to you is that something has changed for her. Something has changed in you. Now, I don't want to dissuade men from relationships because I feel like there are a lot of guys out there who are going to listen to this advice and think, well, you know what? Then that means I can never trust a woman. No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that there are conditions under which relationships can exist. For example, if you're in a relationship with a woman and if you're being respectful, if you're treating her well, that might be one of the conditions under which she will stay with you. However, if you disrespect her, especially over a period of time, at some point she's going to walk away from you because she's like, well, he doesn't even respect me. So you know what? Fine, I'm walking away. That is a condition. And there are many conditions. The closest thing that I've ever had to a ride or die chick or relationship is one where I had to continuously improve myself. This is something that a lot of guys get wrong in their relationships. When they meet a woman, oftentimes, if a woman's attracted to him, he's sort of on his mission. He's on his path. He is getting better by the day. He's learning. He's growing. He's stretching. He's developing his skills, etc. And a lot of times when a man gets into a relationship with a woman, he stops doing those things because he sort of rests on his laurels. He puts his feet up and he goes, you know what? I don't have to work anymore. Got the girl. It's over. I don't have to work. And then the girl goes, well, the guy that I just got with, or the guy that I'm with, isn't the guy that I had when I first got with him. He's different now. I wonder why he's different now. I don't know if it's because he doesn't respect me or because he feels like he can just rest on his laurels. A lot of women will never say this to a man because they themselves don't realize this until they're actually with a man for an extended period of time. One of the conditions that women don't tell men that they look for in a man is a man must constantly be getting better. He must constantly be more successful over a period of time. So when a woman meets you, she might think to herself, okay, he's making, let's say, $30,000 a year. What she's not telling him is that 5 years from now, you better not be making $30,000 a year. You have to be making more, or I would like for you to be making more. She might stay with the guy who's still making that amount of money if he's providing other things. But in the back of her mind, she's like, he's kind of in the same place. This is why women value men who are ambitious. Because women, whether they realize it or not, are constantly looking at their men and doing a future projection of who they are with. Well, 5 years from now, he should be here. 10 years from now, he should be here. 15 years from now, he should be there. Men should always be leveling up. You should always be getting better, and it should be visible. This is something that I get a lot. A lot of guys will come to me and they'll say, well, JC, I told her that I'm looking for another job, that I'm reading a book every day, that I'm doing these things. And I say, okay, well, does she know that you're doing these things? And they're like, well, she doesn't see me actually looking for the jobs. And I'm like, okay, cool. How long have you been looking for that job? Yeah, like 2 years and stuff. Okay, cool. Have you showed her that you are making any headway? No, not really. Okay, well, as far as she's concerned, you're a loser. You're not getting better. She wants to see the results. You need to be getting better every single day. You need to constantly be updating your resume. That's something that a lot of men don't like. It makes them uncomfortable. Again, they're stuck on the Disney dream. They're stuck on the fact that somebody in their life has told them that if a woman loves you, she will stick with you no matter what. You must remain hungry, men. You must remain competitive. You must show your results. You must be getting better every day. You cannot rest on your laurels, fellas. You cannot do nothing and expect results and expect her to stay. Women want men that they respect and that they admire, that they look up to. And the only way she's going to continue to look up to you is for you to continue to improve in every area of your life. So what we're going to do now is we are actually going to take a break. And after the break, what I would like to do is actually talk about how to update your resume. It's so important that you continue to get better. But I want to be very specific. I don't want to just say improve, level up, update your resume without actually giving you specifics. I'm going to give you now 8 things that you can do to update your resume. 8 things. And it's going to be specific that I would like for every guy who's listening to this podcast to implore. If you're doing these 8 things, then great. Keep up the good work. Keep doing it because women will continue to respect you and look up to you and admire you. And that's how you keep her interested or keep her on her toes. Keep her thinking, wow, I'm actually with a catch. But if you don't do these 8 things, then you are on the path to losing the girl that you are with or not getting the results that you want. Sometimes men learn these 8 things later in life and then it's too late. If you are a young man, I would say a man anywhere between the ages of, 15 to 50, then this advice is going to be very helpful for you because it's not too late for you. 2-minute break.
Do you struggle with dating or finding the right one? Would you like a professional point of view to revive your love life? We know who can help. JC Valdez specializes in helping men and women overcome their dating and relationship challenges by providing you direct and honest feedback to help you uncover your blind spots and give you the understanding and tools to help you get the results you want. Visit jcvaldez.com to book a session.
Okay, we are back. Now let's go into the 8 things that you as a man can do to update your resume. The first thing you could do is that you can systemize your life. Create a system for success. What do I mean by that? Oftentimes when guys are thinking about leveling up, increasing their ranking among men so that they can increase their dating options or to keep the woman that they're with happy, they have to systemize the things that are going well for them. So one thing that I recommend is that every man have a routine. I have a routine. I have it down on a spreadsheet, and it's called dailies. Dailies are essentially things that I do every single day, and they are essentially the way that I sort of like love myself. They're the things that I absolutely have to do every day, regardless of what's happening, because these things will ensure that I have a great present and a great future, and that I'm hitting all the goals that I want. So your dailies can be anything, but the 3 things that I specifically ask that all men have on their daily routine or their dailies are they have to have some sort of system for maintenance, meaning that there are things that you do every day that you want to sort of maintain. For example, everybody should be brushing their teeth. Everybody should be taking a shower. Everybody should be, let's say, ironing their clothes. Everybody should be doing certain things that we all do every day. And so those are what I called maintenance dailies. They're things that you do every day to maintain the life that you have or maintain the good things that you have in your life that are working. There are another type of daily that I recommend every man have is learning dailies. These are things that you should be learning every day. So for example, if you are a business owner, I recommend that every single day you spend at least 10 minutes listening to YouTube videos or talking to people about business so that you can continue to take in new ideas and to continue to grow in that area of your life. Or you may be in school and you may be learning in your classes. Or you may, I don't know, be talking to a mentor of yours, whatever. Just spend 10 minutes a day learning something. And then the last type of daily are what I call growth dailies or stretch dailies. These are things that are actions that you take that will actually lead you to the future that you want. For example, a growth daily that I might have might be something like, lifting heavier every time I go to the gym, right? Lifting 5 pounds heavier when I go to the gym. So it's a stretch activity. It's something that causes me to have to go into the zone that I'm not comfortable in, basically outside of my comfort zone. Every single day you should be taking a stretch, doing something that makes you uncomfortable. Those dailies are how you actually grow and get closer to the future that you want, to your goals. Everybody should systemize their life this way. Learn something, stretch in some way, even if it's small, and maintain the good things that are working in your life. If you have that down, then you are updating your resume. You are doing something that is actually very attractive to women because what they want to see is that you are in control of your life. Women love men who are in control of the different facets or the different areas of their life. Women are disgusted, are repulsed by men who are not in control of their life. So this is a must. There are a lot of men who are successful in dating. They may not call it dailies. That's what I call it. They may call it their routine, but you have to have one. Next is you need to make sure, as far as updating your resume, you need to make sure that you are always looking good and that you are always smelling good, basically taking care of your hygiene. Every single day, I meet clients and they talk to me and they'll usually call me and I'll say, okay, cool, let's get on the Zoom call. And they say, okay, cool. Once they get on the Zoom call, I'm like, okay, I see why they're struggling in their dating lives. They're struggling because they don't even have the basics of fashion, grooming down. I can't even imagine because I don't often see my clients in person, but I can't even imagine what they smell like. And I'll say to them, okay, let me take a look at your room if you don't mind. Just like move the camera, look, let me see your room. And their room is just like a complete mess. Disgusting. And then I'm like, and you want a woman to come back to your place looking like that, smelling like that, being groomed like that? and your bedroom looks like that? Really? You just look like you have no respect for yourself. You're not in control. Stop being filthy. Every time you go outside, you should try to look your best. Every time, especially single guys. Guys who are in relationships should do the same. Because this is the thing, a lot of guys that I meet who are in relationships who have challenges think that just because they're in a relationship and just because their girlfriend really loves them, that they don't have to work anymore. I don't encourage that at all. I think you should be working all the time to be getting better, to look better, to smell better. Trust me, women appreciate it. The next thing you could do to update your resume is to work on your business or side hustle. This is something that a lot of guys don't do. A lot of guys are content with the job that they currently have. Most men that I meet don't actually own their business. They don't own the place that they work at. That's a problem. Why? Because you're not in control. You should own something, whether it's a house, a car, your business. Have something that you're growing, man. It could be even a child. But have something that you are working to grow, that you own, that's yours. Hell, it could be a pet if you want it to be. But something that you own, that you work on, that you are manifesting, that you are trying to grow it in some way. I really recommend that men do this because I think that once you have a side hustle and you are responsible for a business, you start to develop your character. You start to develop things like patience. You start to develop confidence. You start to develop the leadership skills. I think every man should have a business or a side hustle. That's just my opinion. We'll just leave it at that. Here's another thing, fellas. Be the best at what you do. If it's at a job or a hobby, you should be competing with everybody that you work with. You should be the best at what you do. Not second best, not third best. That's not good enough. You should be striving to be number one at your job or number one at your skill set. Women are attracted to winners, and they're attracted to men who are competitive, who do not rest on their laurels. So try to be number one. Look at your competition. Think about what you're good at. Leverage your strengths and continue to improve. Compete. The next thing is to get your money right, guys. Invest your money. Again, women are looking at you and they look at, okay, you 5 years from now, you 10 years from now, you 15 years from now. She should be seeing a progression. You should be getting better over a period of time. One of the ways that you can easily measure this is through your bank account. Invest your money. If you don't know anything about money, no problem. Talk to a financial advisor. Speak to somebody who knows what they're talking about. Go on YouTube. Make it a daily. This is what I do. I make finances a daily. I learn about money every single day. Not once a week, every day. Why? Because I'm trying to grow my bank account. A lot of guys don't even know the difference between mutual funds and index funds. They don't know what options are. They don't know anything about real estate. This is something that I always get. Men will always say, I'm an entrepreneur, and they always say, I'm thinking about investing in real estate. That's the most basic thing you could say as a guy. I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm setting myself up so that I can invest in real estate. Most men don't invest in real estate. Let's be real. You don't know anything about real estate. You should be learning about it every day. Real estate is a great investment, but if you don't know about it, don't talk about it. Invest your money. Invest in businesses. Next, work on your body every day. You should be getting stronger as a man. You should be getting leaner, fitter. You should be eating healthier over a period of time. If your diet is getting worse over time, that's a problem. Now, your fitness level, like if you're, let's say, somebody who's a little bit chubby or you have a little bit extra pounds, it's not as big a deal for women if you're a little heavier, if you have a little heavier body, than if, let's say, you were a woman who had a little bit more meat on you, women don't tend to judge men as harshly about that, but they do want a man who's healthy. That is something that women will often say to me. They'll say, I definitely want my man to be healthy. I want him to smell good, look good, etc. And if he's successful, hey, he could have a little chub on him, a little dad bod on him. Not a problem. But what he can't be is broke and chubby. That's not cool. So what I recommend is that men always have some sort of fitness regimen, that they're going to the gym, that they're always doing a little bit of cardio, that they're eating a little bit better every single day. They should be getting better. And if you're having struggles with this, you should talk to a personal trainer. Meet with somebody, hire somebody who knows what they're doing. Work with them, and don't give up on them. Most guys, what they do is they'll just get a gym membership in January. Why January? Because everybody knows that's New Year's resolution time. Everybody gets a gym membership in January, but they don't actually stick to it. They don't actually go to the gym. You know who has the best bodies? The guys who are going from January to December. If you're still in the gym in December when it's Christmas time, then you're doing all right for yourself. Make sure that you have a fitness and diet routine. Another reason why this is important, before I go into the last two things, guys, is because women like men who are disciplined. They like men who are in control of what they eat and their bodies. So a man who's very fit, most people identify those people as they're having great genetics, yes, but they also see those people as like an inspiration because they're like, wow, they had to sacrifice a lot to get the body and the results that they want. But what it really subcommunicates is discipline and self-control. That is the attractive quality that women like. So make sure that you're doing that. Last two things before we wrap up. Work on your social skills, fellas. This is too important. I'm going to spend time talking about this on another podcast, but you got to be getting better at your social skills. If you're single as a guy, you got to talk to girls. There is no way you're going to improve your game. There's no way you're going to improve your empathy for women if you are not actually interacting with women. Get the reference experiences. Even if women are rejecting you on a consistent basis, it's better than sitting at home doing nothing. This is how you improve your social skills, by stepping outside of your comfort zone. Remember that daily I mentioned earlier where you stretch every day? I recommend guys, especially young men, to talk to a girl that you find attractive every single day. Don't commit to them, but at least talk to a girl that you find attractive every day. And over time, what's going to happen is you're going to develop your social skills. You'll develop a social awareness about what women like and what they don't like. And you'll actually learn game over time. But you have to be willing to put yourself out there. Destroy your ego. Put it aside, admit that you need help in this area, and improve every single day. And again, it's not about results early on. It's about just getting better every day. And over a period of time, you will start to see that you will calibrate a lot better. Your intuition will improve over time. But you have to improve your social skills, and you have to continue to do that to level up. And then if you're in a relationship, then you shouldn't be talking to random girls, but what you should do is talk to strangers. If you're in a relationship, every day you should talk to some stranger, introduce yourself to them, say hello, say nice to meet you, talk to the person behind you in Starbucks, be getting your social skills to a point where you are at a master level. Everybody can do this, so you should be doing this. This is how you level up. And lastly, hire a coach or a mentor. You need to find people who are better than you, fellas. This is just getting better one-on-one. You have to attach yourself to people who know more than you, who are better than you, whether it's in money, fitness, relationships, dating, education, whatever it is that you want to pursue in your life. If you are not around anybody that's better than you, then you've just plateaued. You have just stayed in that state. You are not getting better. You are dying. You have to be growing all the time. So watch YouTube channels of people who are better than you, read their books, go to their seminars, hire them, whatever you need to do to get better. You need to get closer to those people because their mindsets will become your mindset over a period of time, as long as you're doing what they're saying, as long as you are mimicking their behavior, because we do tend to mirror the people that are around us. So if, let's say, you had no friends ever, like you had no friends and you were isolated in Alaska in a room by yourself and you had 5 YouTube channels, you may not realize that you're actually going to take on the traits and the behaviors and the mindsets of those 5 YouTubers, those influencers. Why? Because we as human beings mirror the people around us. That's why you need to be around people who are better than you. So anyways, my time is up, people. With that said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this podcast. I hope I gave you guys some value. If I did, please like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Hold firm in the struggle. Peace.